What is going on, everyone? Guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's first ever here on this channel, we are doing a review. This review is on a game that I just recently finished yesterday. That game is called Pokemon Violet. Now, if you have Pokemon Scarlet, this review could also apply to that game because honestly, the games are very similar. If you don't know, you've never played a Pokemon game, this might be the first Pokemon game you've ever jumped into, all the way back to the days of Red and Blue. Pretty much what they would do is they would release two different games, and essentially they would be the same game, but there would be little differences. Like, in one game, you're going to have certain exclusives that pertain only to that game, versus this one, you know, the same thing. So like, oh, I can only catch this Pokemon in Scarlet. Well, I can only catch this Pokemon in Violet, which means you have to get both games, which means Nintendo and Pokemon essentially sell you the same game two different times, which has honestly probably been the smartest thing in video game history. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are set in the Paldea region, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, in the Pokemon universe, and this appears to be loosely based off of the Iberian Peninsula. The region features diverse landscapes including lakes, wastelands, and mountain ranges. A large crater named the Great Crater of Paldea lies in the center of the region, formed by a meteorite strike centuries before the events of the game. Inside the crater is an area named Area Zero, where the terrestrialization phenomenon was first discovered. The region is divided into 20 different areas, 6 located in the south, 3 located in the east, 4 located in the west, and 7 located in the north. Guys, initial thoughts and reactions to this game. First of all, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I freaking love playing the Pokemon games. I'm jumping into this game, and the last Pokemon game I played before this one was Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was their attempt at doing something completely different. And I'm not saying that like in bad lighting. I feel like they did a really good job in that game. It was just a different step away from what we know and what we love from regular traditional Pokemon games. But jumping into Pokemon Violet and Scarlet brings us back to like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Gold and Silver, like that format. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. You have, of course, the different starter Pokemon like you do in every other game. I've always gone with fire, so of course I picked the fire Pokemon. Am I going to say the designs of some of these new Pokemon are the best designs I've ever seen? No, but that's also every generation out of the last like 7 generations. There's going to be some Pokemon that you really, really love, and then there's going to be some like, dang, y'all didn't even try with this one. But if you take it all the way back to Gen 1, you could have that same opinion. There's definitely some Pokemon in Gen 1, even though I do love all those Pokemon. I'm probably going to get arrested for this. There was definitely some back then that was like, y'all just threw that name together, but okay. But that's the fun of it, you know? No one's really complaining that much. We got to talk about a couple things. So first, we're going to give it a little praise. Overall, I really, really enjoyed the game. I felt like I was super freaking addicted to this game. Honestly, I have not felt addicted to a video game in a really, really long time. A couple other games I played before this one were Breath of Fire 1 and 2 on the Super Nintendo, although I did play on the Switch Online service. And both of those games were really fun. I didn't really feel that same, like, addiction that Pokemon brought. It's something about just trying to catch all the Pokemon. There's like different missions in this one. So you have your gym leaders, but then you have like the bad guys, you got to go against them. But then you have this other side mission where you're kind of helping this dude help his Pokemon. It's actually really sad. But honestly, I just overall really, really enjoyed it. I really wanted to try and complete the full Pokedex. I got pretty close. I think there's 400 Pokemon, maybe a little bit more. I think it was around 400 if I'm not mistaken. And I crossed over the 300 mark, and then I started realizing a lot of the Pokemon were ones I either had to trade for, or they were like, there was a few of them, like a few of them you had to do, like, oh my gosh. There's one, there was called, I think his name was, it was either Bisharp or Bisharp. And you have to go against a specific Pokemon and get an item. It's like the same type of Pokemon, but there's a specific one that's like surrounded by his little Pokemon. You gotta go after him. You gotta get this item called like the Leader Crest. And once you get that, which I couldn't even find one to begin with, then you gotta go after him again and defeat 3 other ones. And then after that, he'll evolve. So there's some weird like quirky type of things to get your Pokemon to evolve. There's some that are like kind of fun in a way. Like there was one where you had to literally walk him around for 1,000 steps, and after 1,000 steps, after he would have like level up after that, he would evolve. And that one was kind of annoying, but also kind of fun and just kind of different. I think they might have done that one in Pokemon Go or Pokemon Let's Go or something. So I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like they just kind of keep creating new ways to kind of annoy you to level up some of these Pokemon. Like one of them, and I had to do this with a few of them, you have to like get their friendship level up really, really high. So have a picnic with your Pokemon, give him a little bath, scrub his little ears. I had to do that with freaking, who was it? It was with Eevee. I had to do that with Eevee a couple times, which it's one of those things you're doing it and you're like, I'm enjoying this game. It's kind of cute. But then you're also like, dang, this is getting kind of tedious, kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, overall, I really enjoyed the game, but let's talk about some of the negative parts, because if you're watching a review, you can't just hear all the positive things unless a game is absolutely amazing in all regards. In that case, it's like, okay, yeah, there's just going to be nothing but positivity. Got the first thing I picked up on this game, right? I'm playing and I'm getting into like a Pokemon battle or whatever, and I notice my character is just like, he's like right over here, like right by the Pokemon. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing so close? Like, why would you not automatically go over here? So I'm like, that's a little weird, kind of buggy. Then I start noticing some of the cutscenes. If you look really close at some of these characters, not even super close. Like, I play in handheld mode. Maybe if I played in docked mode, it would look better. Usually that's the case. But come on, I'm playing in handheld mode. Most of us are. A lot of us playing our Switch are just playing in handheld mode. So y'all got to make sure it looks good there too. But if you look close enough, and like I said, not even super close, you look at the like ridges of your character, like the hair, and it's almost like doing this weird, like you can kind of see through certain parts. It almost looks like you took an image and you put it on Photoshop and you took the eraser tool and you went around the edge of the character and you just like chipped away at his head a little bit. Like, really? Like, how hard of a fix was that? Like, I feel like that could not have been that hard of a fix. So what I'm getting at is this game is very buggy, which it's a Pokemon game. It's not like some random third-party game or like an indie developer or something like that. Like, this is a very huge IP. Like, tons and tons of money goes into this franchise. This franchise makes tons and tons of more money on top of that. So for this game to even be buggy at all, kind of weird to me, honestly. A little weird. Now, I get that it's open world, and sometimes with open world games, like, maybe whatever the components that are inside the Switch couldn't process it, but then we say that about Pokemon, and then look at freaking Tears of the Kingdom, look at Breath of the Wild, like, those games look great, they're running on the same hardware, so what's the difference here? Obviously, they got it to work with Zelda, why could they have not gotten it to work with Pokemon? So, that's probably going to be my biggest gripe about the game, is just, overall, it was very, very buggy, and / the graphics were just, like, come on. Now, I know, we gotta talk about the Switch for a little bit. The Switch, guys, the console, we need an upgrade at this point. And I'm not talking the OLED. The OLED is beautiful. I freaking love my OLED so much. It is definitely a huge step up from the previous Switch. But we need, like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Is it gonna be a Switch 2? Is it going to be just something completely different and wacky because Nintendo does that? I don't know. We need some better hardware, but like I said, look at the Zelda games. They're running fine. So even though we still have the same hardware, yeah, they might lag at times, but overall, at least they look really beautiful. So, guys, back to Pokemon Violet. We're getting a little bit off topic here. Pokemon Violet / Scarlet. Overall, I really, really enjoyed the game. Would I recommend playing this game? Absolutely. If you love Pokemon games, even in the slightest, play this game. You're going to enjoy it. Now, do you want to wait and maybe get it for a deal? I picked mine up at a pawn shop. I paid $35 for it. It wasn't like the biggest deal. If you guys want to go see that video, make sure to go check it out. It's a video of Nintendo hunting, like, I don't know, a few months back. That game right now on eBay is going for about $38 to $40, and that's with or without the case. That's something weird, too. A lot of Switch games are going for the same price with or without the case. I don't know. Maybe collectors don't care anymore. Maybe it's just like people want to play the game. I don't know, but a little side topic there, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably worth picking up, but if you can find it cheaper, I know a lot of games like this will end up on Facebook Market. People are selling a lot of Nintendo Switches right now, so check your local areas. This seems like a game that would get bundled in with a Switch. Maybe you can find one for like a couple $100. Sell off the Switch if you already have one. Sell off the other games if you don't need them. And then, bam, essentially you get to play Pokemon Violet for free after a little bit of work. But, guys, overall, I enjoyed the game. The whole process of, I don't know what it's called, terrestrialization or something. I ruin that word every single time. It's like you get your little crystal thing, and then it like makes your Pokemon huge looking. It makes it look a little weird and different, and then he's like more powerful. I thought that was kind of cool. I think they did the very same thing in, I don't know if it was Pokemon Sword and Shield or Pokemon Moon. There was something with the letter Z, like Zacian or something, I can't remember, and I think it was like the same type of concept. Like you would use that, your Pokemon would get bigger and stronger, so I don't think it's necessarily something newer, but it is cool just to see different things like this that you're not used to seeing in like super old Pokemon games, so it makes me wonder what they're going to do with the franchise going forward. I hope they have learned at least, hey guys, take an extra month, take an extra 5 months if that's what y'all need. Fix the bugs in these freaking games. Fix the graphics. Like, this is Pokemon we're talking about. It's a brand name that is up there next to Mario, next to Zelda. Like, it's huge. So for a game to come out and to be kind of lacking in those two departments, in my opinion, not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. But other than that, those two, I mean, I don't know if those are minor things. Those are kind of big things because you are going to notice. If you notice this at the very beginning, I noticed it like right off the bat. I couldn't not notice it. Every time there's a cutscene, I'm not even paying attention, and I'm just looking at the freaking Photoshop eraser chiseled heads I'm looking at. I'm like, all right, this is weird. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is the first time I've ever reviewed a game on this channel. A little bit longer than I thought it was going to be now that I'm looking at the timestamp. Sorry, y'all. But if you made it this far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button so that way YouTube can push this video out to bigger audiences as well. Guys, once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we're going to do some sort of giveaway. I do have some Mario stuff that I've been picking up little by little, so I'm probably going to bundle all of that. Some stickers, maybe have some Pokemon cards laying around. Just, I don't know exactly what all is going to go into this giveaway, but I'm going to try and make it very magical, very cool, just overall something awesome. But yeah, we'll do that when we hit 5,000 subscribers. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Until next time, peace.